Welcome back to our second quarter. And we have 4 quarters now, so we little different lineup, but it's working good.
Well, you know, college plays 2 halves in basketball, but the pros play 4 quarters. So now,
right.
we're pros now.
That's a good point. We were talking about the young people that are really starring, and I guess you look back and you're going to find this in all of your Olympic events that take place. And of course, the next Olympics is going to be held in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. And boy, I hope they really get some real good security there, because that's one of the riskiest places to visit.
Stay on the beaten path.
Stay on the main path. And of course, they're going to be bringing in just like London did. They brought in and they've put some cameras in places where the people didn't like it. But for security, we're not in that lifestyle of back in the last century. We're in a brand new century, and we need all the cameras and everything to. That's how that case with Schoening. Let's come back to that case in just a minute. But we were talking about young Gabby. She won the overall gold medal. And
all-around competition for gymnastics.
All-around competition. And
she won a gold medal with the team competition.
With the team competition. So did very well. On the others since then, well, she's got some more growing up to do.
Right.
But she's a kid yet. And several others. The young girl who is really a beautiful kid is the swimmer. She's 17, I think. She's from Colorado.
Right.
And just a beautiful smile.
She's from the town where the shooting happened. That's where she actually is from. Aurora, Colorado. So just to show you, she's a good, bright spot for that community.
For that community. Yeah. And it goes on and on. There were some others I wanted to talk about, but right here at UL in Lafayette, I guess it's she's very young. She's
Savannah
only 19.
Vincent.
Yep. Savannah Vincent, and she came out 6th in her particular event, which she was just hoping to get
to the Olympics.
To get to the Olympics, right. And so at that age and training, now I'm sure she's going to start training on the international scale, and then they pick up a lot and they get more accustomed to that stage.
A lot of pressure. You know, most of these gymnast events, when you're going to go to a local college, the building isn't packed, but you go to London and, you know, they're spending thousands of dollars for tickets. That place is packed.
China has the most medals won. United States is right near, but not quite there. Just a few medals short, several gold medals short. Not a lot. We kind of caught up on that too, I think, as of last night. But it's such a competition. The Chinese have a replica of what the lighting is in the building. In the building that they're going to be in, and they have the exact equipment that they use at the Olympics. They have that, and they have the crowd noise and everything.
You know how to get all that. You know how to get all that. They probably built it all and shipped it over there to start, you know, because we buy all the stuff. They build everything and we ship it here. I'm sure they did the same thing in London. They build all of it there. They just make 2 and they send 1 over.
Yeah, it's a good point. But I hope everybody's enjoying it. I have. And even John Foltz, the famous chef from South Louisiana, he is furnishing the food. He's preparing the food for the Louisiana, for the American.
The whole crew.
The whole group. And so he gets a gold medal from the Olympics. So it involves a whole lot of people, and it really gives a lot of enjoyment. And London has really taken advantage, starting with the Queen the involvement that she got into, she generally sits way back, and you don't see much.
She jumped out that plane. You saw her jump out the plane?
Out the plane and all. I mean, they really, with James Bond.
With James Bond. Yeah, James Bond was following her, though she was leading. So
it's been a lot of fun.
Right.
And August 8th, we've
yes.
Today is August 8th. Wednesday is August 8th. We're taping right now, and that reminds me of Gene LaBe's anniversary of his death. He died August 8, 08, so it's always easy for me to remember. So it's an anniversary today.
August 8th, 1908 is when they put the cornerstone down at St. Landry Church. August 8, 1908. So 104 years ago.
How about that?
Today.
That's quite
a coincidence.
Yeah, we wasn't around yet, were we?
Nope, not me. I wasn't there.
Trying to say, sometimes I act like I'm old like that.
I got to see the 2008. You know,
I try not to.
One more. How about another sponsor for you? Carl's Thrifty Way, all your medicinal needs. Carl's can help you with prescription medication, over-the-counter medication. They've got a great gift shop in there, home decorating ideas. Their pharmacists will take the time to sit with you and explain to you about your medicines and what to expect from what you're taking. Carl's Thrifty Way.
What about the picture?
Yeah, let's do that.
Mark, can you help us? Okay. This gentleman right here was cleaning out some cane reeds, you call those?
I guess so. Bamboo, I guess.
Bamboo cane reeds in the back of the building that we're in right now, where we're speaking, along the fence line. And these cane reeds, they grow pretty quick. And we're talking about Mac Barron with
Bada's
Bar and then I guess his full-time job is actually tree
cutting and splitting
and splitting and all of that.
Stump removal.
He looks great, man. I'm telling you, well, working hard like he works, he's in excellent condition. Good morning to you, Mac. And another picture there.
There we go.
Visiting Vicky's daddy. He's at Cabrini, but he's actually in
Alexandria.
In Alexandria, but he's in a portion of the hospital. The whole floor has been, I think it's the 3rd floor, has been leased to Dubus, D-U-B-U-I-S. Hospital, and
it's like an extended care type hospital area.
Yeah, it's kind of he's in
palliative type care.
Yeah, he's in real serious condition, and I spent one day last week there. It must have been Thursday, and went down to eat, and the priest that you're seeing right here in the picture, Father Williams, I treated him to his lunch. A very, very nice individual. Unfortunately, I couldn't sit with him because he was taking his to go, but we did exchange a few words, and he's the priest in residence, I guess. In residence
at St. Francis Cabrini.
St. Francis Cabrini in Alexandria. Good morning to you.
And we got a photo of a clock?
Of a clock and a horse and a red. That's at my little camp at 3 Mile Lake. And the next picture is the real reason I took this picture. And this is the clock that was given to me when we visited Jim Bervin and his group there in Watertown, South Dakota. And the famous artist, who's known throughout the world, is Terry Redlin. And we went to the Terry Redlin Museum, and Jim had got a clock like this for myself and for Ramp Spira. By the way, Ramp was in the hospital, but he's home, and I think they found the problem, and he should be, by the time he listens to this Thursday morning, he's probably out there cutting grass already. And this young man, I did something last Sunday that I had never done. And in fact, I texted you, and it kind of sounded like it was a joke.
Right.
Because I said, ha ha. I actually went to Barnes & Noble in Lafayette, made my first visit there.
Very good.
And this young man that you see in the picture right now is Josh. Josh works there, and of course, he's also in college. He's at the Southwest College?
Yeah, in Lafayette, the Community College.
Community College. That's the college. He's from the state of Iowa, not Iowa, Louisiana. And he laughed when I said, which Iowa are you from? He says, I'm from the state.
Right.
Real nice young fellow, works there, and then, of course, going to college. And so many of the young people in the Lafayette area find some good jobs. He says he likes the work there because they can schedule, the managers schedule around their students' college schedules. And I bought 2 books. I bought one on the life of John
D. Rockefeller?
D. Rockefeller Sr. And it starts off by, he's a bad guy according to a lot of people, but I'm sure it changes because he's very
and then in the life was very well known for giving.
For giving. Gave a lot. And his company, Standard Oil, was forced to divide itself, and it ended up in 32 different companies, all well known today. We'll get to that at a later date.
And what was the other book?
And the other book was something, I used to watch this on Saturday night about 9 o'clock, Texas Ranger, Chuck Norris.
Right.
And to me, it was, those little shows could have been used in civics class in high school.
Oh, yeah?
It would have been perfect. It's always a good example. He comes to the aid of someone. He always came to the aid of someone. And I don't know, I just liked him, and hopefully I'll enjoy the book.
He had a colorful career in
he did,
competitive.
Very competitive.
Martial arts.
Yep.
Trained Elvis at one time. I mean, very unusual guy. He's gone through a lot of different places before he was well known.
Right.
And we got another photo here. This is over at Java Square here in Opelousas, new place?
It sure is. And this is Miss Sarah Broussard, and she is the owner. And I suggested that maybe she could ask some of us for some books to leave there, so when you go you could browse and look at the books, maybe get interested like I got interested in reading. And she pointed to a book stand, and she's got some books already.
Very
but
good.
She says you can tell anybody that if they have any books they'd like to donate, I'd love to have them, and make the place a little bit more friendly, and make it not to sell books at the present time, but to read like you do when you go to Barnes and Noble.
Draw people in.
They had youngsters studying, college students studying. They were on the floor reading the books and going over like
at the bookstore.
They were testing each other at the bookstore.
And I know the new one here in town. I know my daughter Austin has gone by there with some of her friends, and they all get together and hang out at the coffee shop. So nice, family-friendly.
And there's another young lady.
One more.
Okay, and this is Victoria Lamonte, and Victoria had waited on me earlier at noon over at, let's see, what we call it now, Crawfish House and Grill. Barry's
He'll come to us.
Oh, his daddy, Reeves, Reverend Reeves, Barry Reeves' place. And I might add that that was probably Monday. Megan was with me at this time. And so Victoria was already, she's holding 2 jobs down that I know of. And on Tuesday, it would have been Monday when I saw this taking place. And then Tuesday, Bobby Duhan was in town to get his hair cut, and called me for lunch, took me out to lunch, and we went back to the Crawfish House. And a young man walks up to me and tells me hello, and he's smiling. He said, "You don't recognize me?" I said, I want to recognize you, but don't hold me up. He says, "I won't, Mr. Bobby." And Bobby Monte.
Very good.
And what are you telling me? It's time?
I'm telling you at 5 seconds before I go to break.
Okay, well, we'll talk about the Montes in a minute.
1 minute break on TV and radio. We'll see you folks on the other side of 1.